Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm really excited to be doing an unboxing for the Pathfinder Absalom City of Lost Omens Gold Edition from the great folks over at Beadle and Grimm's. Now before I get into the video, I do want to make it clear that this was sent to me by Beadle and Grimm's for the purposes of doing this review video. So I do want to thank them for that. As is always the case with these types of videos, even though they sent this to me, they are not paying me to make this video. They are not scripting the video or demanding to pre-screen it before it goes live. They'll get to see it at the same time as everybody else. And as always, the opinions that I express in this video are 100% completely and totally my own. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. This is the first time I've ever been able to open up and look at one of these like gold edition collections that Beadle and Grimm's have put out. This is, I believe, the first one they've done for Pathfinder 2nd edition, but they have done several of these products for D&D 5th edition in the past. And the ones that I saw of those that they've done have all looked really, really cool. So yeah, I'm really excited to actually open this up. Now just, I guess for transparency is not the right word, but this actually arrived on Friday, April 1st. That's when it, was delivered. I'm recording this early in the morning. It's like 2 a.m. on Monday, April the 4th. So this has been sitting on my table since Friday morning, and it's now like it's almost 72 hours later. So or 48 hours. It's over 48 hours later. So I'm just really looking forward to diving into this because I didn't want to open it until I was recording. I wanted my opinion, or I wanted sort of my first impressions as I'm going through the box set to be genuine. Like I don't want it to be like, ooh, ah, like sort of canned reaction type of thing. I always want like my authentic reactions, especially for something like this. I want that to be, what's captured on video. So we're going to take a look at this box set here in a moment, but the box that this was delivered in, this wasn't the only thing that was in there. There was actually a few other things, so we're going to sort of take a look at those first. So the first thing that was inside of this massive box that was sent to me, and again, the box that was sent in, it was just too big to show on video. It's already been taken out into the cardboard waste. But it was really cool. It had sort of like this paper tape over it to seal it that had the Beadle and Grimm's logos on it, and had like a caution, like contents packed by goblins, like warning sticker on it kind of thing. Really cool stuff. I love when companies have that sort of sense of humor, and they have fun with like their packaging or shipping material. So that was really, really cool. But the first thing that I actually saw when I opened the box was this. So this is just a paper bag, just a regular, like a shopping bag kind of thing, but it is for the Pickled Imp, Antiques and Keepsakes. So it is, I guess, sort of like a replica of just a shopping bag that you might get if you visit some of the different shops within the city of Absalom. I love like the cartoonish, pickled imp here with like the circles and like the stars coming off of them. You can just like almost hear the cartoonish hiccup because this thing is, pickled in the sense that he's, inebriated. But yeah, just really, really cool. It's just a nice little like, thrown in goodie. Again, I'm a collector sort of first and foremost for stuff like this. So this is something I'm never going to use in person or use for anything other than just to have it like and display it, but it's really, really cool. I love it. It also came with this incredible set of coasters. Like these are actually like legit wooden coasters here. I'm just going to zoom in on them. But yeah, so this was, again, these were just sort of sitting in the box in the open. So these weren't things that were in the larger box. So these are sort of like extra on top of what we have in the large box that I haven't looked inside of yet. But yeah, these are really, really cool. They are like legit wood, solid wood. And they're just got like the image sort of burned into it there, the Tri-Stripe Society. And you got like the badger on there. They're all four the same, but the holder that they come in is wooden. It's got the the slot cut out so you can use your thumb to actually lift out the different coasters. But yeah, again, these are really, really nice. I love the wood grain coloring and just awesome stuff. Now again, like I said, the collector side of me will never allow myself to use these as coasters. If you do, that's cool. Like, you know, I have absolutely zero problem with that. But for me, I couldn't bring myself to put a cold glass that's going to have condensation and water sort of leak onto these. But they are really, really awesome. Again, gonna make for a great display piece. All right, also included was this tube full of maps, poster maps and battle maps and just all kinds of stuff here. So the Beadle Grimm's map vault, Absalom, City of Lost Omens. I did open it up to see how large the maps are. The maps are pretty massive. I just don't have room at this point in time to have them on the table and be able to show them in video. I will try to take pictures of them and upload the pictures to like Twitter and Instagram and those places, just so you can kind of see, you know, what's sort of in there. But yeah, it's like the city maps. So one of them is like a map of the full city. There's two maps, I guess, that are like sort of like half the city each, so they're kind of zoomed in. And then there's like some battle maps of a few locations and stuff like that. So really, really cool. The maps themselves, very high quality, thick paper stock with sort of a glossy finish to them. I wouldn't recommend using like dry erase markers or anything on them. I don't think they're designed for that, but they are really nice quality, and like so they do have a nice finish to them. But there was also this map, and this map is small enough for me to be able to show you. So this is really, really cool. So this is Starstone Isle, which is sort of like this island in the city of Absalom. And if you're into Starfinder, the Starstone, I believe, is like at the center of the Absalom station, which is the only thing that remains in orbit where the planet of Galarian, where, you know, Absalom and all these other locations in the Pathfinder world, where that like planet was, the planet itself is gone, and all that's left is Absalom Station. And like the Starstone, I believe, was a big part of that. So you kind of get this, you know, this island, just again, a really, really cool setting. And this has, again, a very nice sort of texture to it. I don't think it's going to show up on camera. It probably, the camera might, yeah, you might be able to pick it up there. But it's made out of, again, a very, very nice material. Seems like a very, again, just very, very high quality, like amazing quality for the paper stock there. That was used for that particular map. All right, and now we are on to the main event. So we're going to actually open this box up for the first time since Friday morning. Again, it's almost Monday morning now, so all of Saturday, all of Sunday's gone by. It's been like over 48 hours since I've had this, you know, sitting on this table. I can't wait to finally open it. But before I do, I'm just going to drag it out just a little bit, just to sort of, again, try to explain a little bit about this. So this is what you would definitely call a premium product. Like this is something that's kind of on like the higher end for like gaming collectors. I can't tell you the price in US dollars. The website, at least on my laptop, it wouldn't let me change the region. It was sort of locked into, you know, the fact that I'm in Canada, so it was showing me Canadian dollars. The Canadian retail price for this whole set was $444. So it's, like I said, it's up there. It's not something that your average, you know, collector or average gamer is probably likely to be able to get or to afford. But for those that are into, like, again, the really high-end, unique collectibles, these sets are going to be awesome for that. So I guess spoilers as far as like my opinions go, like I think it's a really, you know, I'm assuming we'll see towards the end, but these premium products like the gold editions, I think they have like platinum editions for certain things as well. I think they're fantastic. You know, they're definitely, you know, really cool, you know, pieces for what they are, but it's one of those things that I can't recommend it unless you can afford it, right? Like you know, I would never ever recommend spending outside of your means. And when you're buying something this expensive, you know, make sure that you can afford it. And if it means you save up for a bit, you know, that's fine, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's definitely on the higher end. So I can't recommend it to everyone, but for the serious collectors or those that, you know, can afford the cost of these products and still make sure that, you know, their rent is covered or their mortgage is covered, that they, you know, their utilities and bills and, you know, like, you know, all that stuff is taken care of. If you have the income for it, then I think this is going to be a really solid product. But it is a premium edition of the Absalom City of Lost Omens book from Pathfinder for Paizo, or from Paizo for Pathfinder 2nd edition. And again, this book is absolutely massive. It's like 400 pages of campaign setting information for the city of Absalom. So that's essentially what it is. I probably should have mentioned that a little bit earlier, but I kind of got caught up in what I was doing here. But anyway, let's just finally open up this box, shall we? I have never seen the inside of this yet. So also we've got the Beadle Grimm's emblem or logo here. It is in like gold leaf, which is cool, and the gold edition. And the inside lid of the box is also gold. Pretty decent material for the box itself. It seems sturdy enough. I think it'll hold up all right. All right, so here we have, what do we got here? Oh, we got the table of contents, it looks like. There is a promo code on there, so I don't want to give that away just yet. So we'll sort of zoom out here just a little bit, but this gives you the table of contents, everything that is in there. So it comes with the actual 400-page book itself. However, the book is broken down into shorter, more manageable booklets. So that's, you know, pretty cool. Probably each district. Yeah, this way you can focus on the district you're currently using and set the others aside. You might keep the NPC booklet. Okay, so I think this is going to be organized really, really well. There's a Game Master screen. There are custom jewelry and artifacts. That seems really neat. The poster maps, which I kind of went over, but here are some of the battle maps that they have. Some of the other stuff there. Tales from the Warehouse, so written to be set in Absalom and to use elements from this gold edition. Use these exclusive adventures to launch a new story arc or as a side quest or as inspiration. Okay, so it looks like there's 4 adventures included in here as well, which is awesome. And then you've got in-world handouts, NPC cards, and then it talks about Pathfinder Nexus digital access. I don't have, I'm not set up for that kind of thing yet, but I'm not going to just give the code out on camera. What I might do is do like a giveaway for the digital code, and so we'll sort of see how that goes. But for now, I don't want to give that away just yet until I figure out how I'm going to deal with that. But there is a digital code, I guess, to access this product in a digital setting. So yeah, we'll more to come on that, I guess, in the future. Oh, we got some bubble wrap there, which is, I'll set that aside. Either my wife or daughter will love that. And they love popping bubble wrap. Okay, so it looks like we got some physical goodies here. I'm actually going to save these for last. They're also all like either in a package or face down, which is kind of neat. So the suspense will have to go on for just a little bit longer. Rumor cards, okay. Now, if I were smart, I would have kept my knife within reach, but I'm not, and it's a pain to get up based on the setup that I have here, so just bear with me. Oh, okay. Okay. So, oh my God, I'm an idiot. All right. I was like, oh, these are all blank. I don't know how I feel about that, but then, yeah, just turn the cards around, dummy. All right, so let's zoom in here again just a little bit. So we got the rumor cards. I'm not gonna like read them all out or anything, but it's actually kind of cool. There are charts, I guess, that you can roll on to find the rumors, but again, they're printed in like different writing styles, which looks neat. So really, really, really cool stuff there. Again, nice quality. Oh. Okay, so these must be, holy heck, these must be like the NPC cards. Oh, should remember to zoom out here. So we got like, it looks like NPC and location cards, and yeah, there's a ton of stuff here. All right, let's see what we've got. So I don't think I'm gonna take them all out in this video, but just to sort of give you an idea, I'll just take one out here so you can sort of see how it's formatted. So here we have the location. Oh, okay. Okay, so you could sort of stand it up, or you could hang it on your on the screen. So it has like, basically it's got the image of the location, and then it has sort of like the details about it, NPCs that you can find there, and sort of its location on the map, which is really cool. And yeah, so the inside is just blank, but again, you can sort of just put this on your screen. So like just hang it on the GM screen. Your players can take a look at the the location, so they'll have the artwork for it. But as the GM, you'll have access to the information. So again, that's really cool. And we've got the same thing here as well for NPCs. So once again, I'm just going to show one of them just because there's so many. I can definitely do like supplementary videos where I show all of the cards. Like I could just dedicate a video to each like card package. So one for NPCs, one for locations. So, oh, by the way, that location was the Chalexian Embassy. So here we have this rather distinguished looking gentleman. On the inside, again, just want to make sure that there's, so nothing there. So again, you can just sort of hang this on your GM screen. The players can see the character artwork. But then you know that this is Scion Lord Celido of House Morilla. And it gives you his information. So a lawful evil, so this guy is probably not the nicest person. Lawful evil male human assassin, level 16. An elderly, formally dressed man leaning on a cane, his white hair like a lion's mane around him. Lord Celido is an ill-tempered, pugnacious codger, freely giving his opinion on every subject, whether it is welcome or not. He has been playing Absalom Shadow War for so long that he can do it in his sleep. And as a graduate of the Guild of Wonders he now owns, Lord Celido still knows 11 ways to kill someone with his cane alone. So yeah, you get like sort of the information on the NPC. So again, really, really cool stuff. And again, you got a pretty solid stack of these cards here. So like I said, I will probably do a separate video, some companion videos going into a little bit more detail, just because there's a lot of stuff to cover just in the unboxing process. So we're just gonna set this stuff aside. Okay, so there was a bunch of stuff there. Unfortunately, some of it slipped out or just fell on the floor, so I had to gather it all up here. But yeah, so we got, again, some sort of like handouts that you can use. So this looks like an invitation. And again, they also, like, the different things have different, like, paper stock to them. So they all have different feelings. So, like, the invitation feels a lot fancier than, say, like this here, which looks like maybe like a pamphlet, which is, again, really cool stuff. Become a citizen of Absalom. Help us build a better city and enjoy the protections and benefits of the city at the center of the world. Join the guards or serve the council, or serve the councils and become a citizen today. Okay, so that, again, really cool there, like a pamphlet. Serve the councils, join the guards, different ranks, I guess. So that's, again, that's really cool. storytelling contest. So again, I think some of these handouts would also be connected to the Tales from the Warehouse adventure there. Okay, that obviously is not written in English. Oh wow, the Sunlight Star. So this looks like an actual like newspaper or news publication. Again, it's really, really cool. I love all of these extras. And again, like all of the materials feel very high quality. Obviously a lot of care and thought and design went into these things. So again, it's really awesome stuff so far. Oh, looks like a I don't want to say poster, but like a proclamation, I guess, or something. Or a billboard or something that you might see in the city. So that's really cool. And then, oh boy. Okay, and then we've got this obviously like handwritten sort of note there. Again, really, really cool stuff. And then it looks like we've also got a few pre-made characters. So we've got Astaire Devereaux, a first level champion. Mikalish Splat, a bard, so that's a gnome bard, human champion. Tesseril, an elf wizard. So yeah, so you got some pre-made characters. So again, you can sort of just try to like pick up and play, basically. And then you've got Ig, the goblin rogue. So again, kind of your standard classes. You've got rogue, wizard, bard instead of cleric. But then you got champion instead of fighter. So again, really, really cool stuff there. And then that's just, I guess, cardstock to keep everything together. So what I might actually do is just sort of put all this stuff in between those for now. All right, so we also have Tales from the Warehouse. So this is the collection of adventures that you can use to start your characters off, as well as like, yeah, just again, really, really cool stuff. I don't want to spoil too much of this here. I mean, they're pretty short and self-contained. But again, you know, just the, having these adventures, really, really cool stuff there. So I love that. And then we've got, we're almost at the end here. So these would be the booklets. And just, again, look how massive these are. So these would be the booklets that actually are sort of broken down and separated from each other so that they're a little bit easier to digest. But this is essentially that 400-page hardcover. Just broken down, like I said, into smaller sections. So let's just tear this open. Oh my goodness. Like I said, this thing is a massive, massive book. So we've got Absalom and Guide to the City. So this, it actually does have like the page count. So this is pages 1 through 89. So yeah, and it looks like it's the exact same pages, I would say. So let's just take a look. I've got the hardcover here, so let's open up to page 30 and 31. Yeah, so these are printed exactly, colors, everything, artwork. So this is just the book, and again, it gives you, so each of these booklets will give you the page references, and they are consecutive, so it shouldn't be too confusing to keep track of. Oh my god, hold on. Okay, I don't know who that is, but I love that. The kobold there. So yeah, again, so we got about 90 pages there. Then we've got the Ascendant Court. So these are where we are getting into the separate districts. So again, it makes it a lot easier to read through each of the districts. And yeah, this probably be the way that this would be actually a lot easier. Oh, okay. So the Ascendant Court is pages 90 through 105, but then there's also the Coins district, and that is 106 through 119. So they have it kind of like flipped. So when you get to page 105, then it actually, okay, so that's cool. The first book didn't have that. Those were just all together, but yeah. So again, it kind of groups them together, but that is totally fine. And we got the docks and the East Gate, so pages 120 through 131, so about 11 pages there, and then we've got about 15 pages for the East Gate. So again, each district will show you the map of where it is, the points that are described here in that section, and then again for the East Gate. So yeah, awesome stuff. Okay, up next we've got the Foreign Quarter, which is pages 148 through 161, and then we've got the Ivy District, 162 to 177. So again, we'll just sort of flip through some really nice artwork. You got the maps. They're all have the notations of what the locations are that they're referencing here. Again, just some really nice artwork in these books. Absolutely love it. The Petal District and the Precipice Quarter. Looks a little ominous there. Again, I love the covers for these sections as well. They look really nice. I think they're based off of the chapter artwork. Oh, we got a little section for notes there. I think I must have missed that in the other ones, but again, sort of like, video game manual, I just can't bring myself to write in the notes section, but it is cool that it's there. All right, then we got the Puddles and the Westgate. So again, this sort of, the drill. But yeah, like this, I love this because it is, a 400-page book it's a lot, right? It's a lot to try to sit down and go through from like cover to cover. So I'm the kind of person that I always like to sort of skim and then find something that interests me and then read that in detail and just sort of go through books like that. So I can skim through the hardcover, and then when I find a section that I'm really interested in, then I can consult the more broken down version of the book, so that it'll be a little bit less, again, intimidating is probably not the right word, but it does feel a little overwhelming to have, again, just such a large book to try to get through. And then we got the Walls, Gates, and Keeps, and the Outskirts. So again, some cool stuff there. I don't want to necessarily go through every single page, but that's a pretty thin section. And then we've got the NPCs. So these are 2 booklets of NPCs. So NPCs, letters A through MO. So yeah, there's just a ton of pages here, pages 268 through 338. Then it gives you all these different NPCs, and a bunch of these would also be reproduced on those cards. And then we've got MU through Z. I think I said Z earlier, but Z is how I was brought up to, how I was taught to say it here in Canada. I actually had someone get mad at me once for using Z. They claimed I was acting pretentious, and it's like, that's just the way that I was taught. That's just the way we were taught in school. The same way that, you know, here in Nova Scotia, I was taught to spell color C-O-L-O-U-R. It's not me being, you know, pretentious or being difficult. It's just the fact that, you know, it's just the way that I was taught. It's just the way that, you know, it works here. All right, so it looks like we also got the toolbox section here. So the toolbox section, again, is really cool. Let's get through the... Oh, I should also say, like, I love the way that this book also breaks down the NPCs. So sort of towards the end here, we've got the NPCs by type. And these aren't just like what class they are, it's what role they can play in the city. So you got ambassadors, ancients, artists, artisans, city watch, collectors, you know, kids, beggars, assassins, courtesans. So it's actually broken down really super well. I love that. Sages and scholars, ship captains, pathfinders, tavern and restaurant workers, and then we got just a whole bunch of villains. And then we got the toolbox. This would have your equipment sections as well as some ancestries and backgrounds. Again, some cool stuff there. And another section of notes that, again, I could just never bring myself to actually use. All right, so we are almost at the end of the box here. We still have the physical goodies to go over, so I'm not going to forget about those. But we've got... Oh, okay, so this is the map folder with the maps by 8.5, or that are 8.5 by 11. So these would be the much more manageable ones. So we got the different districts, as well as, again, a spot for notes. So it's just the different district maps, which again is really, really cool if you're in a specific district. Then you can just have the map sitting out on the table. It's the size of just a standard piece of printer paper, so it's not going to take up a ton of room. But yeah, that's really cool. And then, like I said, you've got like battle maps and stuff in that large tube. So that is awesome. They come in a nice cardstock folder. And, you know, I kind of love the fact that it looks almost like blueprints. I think that's really, really cool. And then we've got the GM screen. So let's take a look. Oh my goodness, it's not landscape. So this is the tall GM screen. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've opened one of these. Like landscape screens has sort of become like the go-to. So yeah, this is really super cool. I kind of love the fact that it's like the tall screen. It's, you know, gives me a very old school feel. So let's just take a look at the different charts that we have here. Again, these are some generic charts that you would use just for running the game. So you have like simple DCs, DC adjustments, DCs by level, spell DCs by level, you know, cover, size and reach, travel speed, climb distance. But then you got the more specific stuff to the city. So the military of Absalom, the different ranks, or different types, I should say, not ranks, but the different types. We've got guilds and unions, factions. I also love like the fact that the factions and the noble houses all have like logos or emblems to go with them. City government, and then just the different districts on the map, which is really cool. Then you've got political parties in the War of Strings, and then you got the different temples, as well as what the coins and stuff look like, and yeah, transportation. So really, really cool stuff. I love the fact that conditions aren't on the screen. I think, yeah, this is really, really cool. And like I said, I gotta say, I just love the fact that it is a tall, like, vertical screen and not like the landscape one. Let's take a look at the actual artwork here. We'll just sort of pan across. And again, you've got your iconic characters there. You got Fimbus, the alchemist. He's the one whose name I actually remember. But, you know, again, some really cool artwork on the outside there. But yeah, just a good old-fashioned, tall, vertical screen. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, so up next in the final pieces to show here, these are the physical, I guess, goodies or feelies, whatever you want to call them. I'll keep the ones that are in the bags for last, I guess. So let's start with this thing here. And yeah, it's metal. It's actually got some really solid weight to it here. So let's see if I can figure out the childproofing here. Okay, let's just take a look at that. A snake, I guess the infinity thing, the snake eating its tail. That looks really, really cool. Like I said, it's nice and heavy too. And then you've got, it's black on the other side there. Might be a little bit harder to make out, but you can see the snake there. So yeah, really, really cool. I guess you could flip this if you wanted to flip a coin, but I don't know if I would do that. But yeah, that's really, really cool. And like I said, it's got some real serious weight to it too. So they definitely didn't cheap out. All right, up next we have some pins. Might be, it's kind of hard to see with like the glare and stuff, but just says Paizo 2021. But yeah, that's really cool. So it's an eye with like the purple eye with like the black star pupil. That's really, really cool. I like that. In fact, let me just consult the handy dandy screen here and see if that's one of like the organizations that are listed, or if it's just a cool design. Oh, that might be Norgorber. Oh, okay, so the Aspis Consortium. Oh, okay, so yeah, the Arcanarium. So the faction, the largest school of magic in Absalom. So that was that eye symbol. And then the one with the snake eating its tail, that was the Aspis Consortium, syndicate of corrupt merchants and amoral mercenaries. So that's some cool stuff there. And then this. Oh, okay, so that's like, oh man, that is nice. So this is, again, it's a pin, I guess you could say. Again, it's got some real weight to it, actually. It's, again, it's metal, it's nice, but it's the crest of Absalom, of the city. And I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but this is like a, if the final product of what you're seeing on YouTube matches what I could see on my viewfinder for my camera, the blue, sort of like the blue around the eye, like the eye with the wings and the crown, this looks way darker on camera than it does in person. It's actually, more of a, it's not quite teal, but yeah, it's weird. It looks way darker on the capture here. But anyway, yeah, that's really, really cool. Again, Paizo 2021, and it's got some pretty serious weight to it, so I love it. Okay, and then finally, we've got some baggies here with some other stuff included inside. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. It's taped up. I just gotta get the tape off of it here. But, oh man, that is awesome. Okay, so these are coins. Like actual coins. If I can possibly get them out here. And again, these are metal. Or they feel like they're metal. Oh yeah, those are metal. So you got some silver coins. So I'd say, I feel like that one's got to be... I feel like that one's got to be like a platinum piece. And then we got some gold coins there with different stuff on them. case you're wondering why I'm not centering these in the video, it's just the fact that I use my phone to record, and the holder blocks out part of the screen. So I want to make sure that if I can see it, you guys can see it. And we got like the copper piece there. So again, that's just really cool. All right, but those will go back into the Ziploc bag for now. And then we'll just throw those back in there. So yeah, you actually got like a little coin pouch, which is kind of neat. Again, it's just a little physical prop that you can use. And then with this one, so this one is nice, but I really like this red one, like this red bag. I like the color. It's got the Beadle Grimms on it. And inside we've got a much larger coin. Again, it's got some pretty good weight to it. So this is just I guess the collector's coin for the product itself. So we got the Pathfinder Absalom City of Lost Omens 2022, Beadle Grimm's Factum Perfectio Parmium. I'm bad at this. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like perfect premium. That's really cool. And again, it's got some nice weight to it. Really, really cool stuff. All right, so I'm just going to collect everything back up here, get it back in the box, and then I will share my final thoughts on this particular product. So just bear with me here while I sort all this out and get it back into the packaging. I will be right back. Alright, so that was my unboxing and look at the contents inside the Beadle Grimm's Gold Edition of the Absalom City of Lost Omens. This thing is pretty impressive, I have to say. It's definitely, like I said, it's a premium product. It's sort of more of like the high-end type of collectibles, but there's so much cool stuff in here. Like if you are into like collecting, like serious hardcore collecting, and like I said, as long as you have the disposable income, or you're able to save up for it, this is definitely worth checking out. It's the City of Absalom book is an awesome campaign setting to begin with, but I have to say that truthfully, I will probably use the Gold Edition version over, say, the hardcover when I go to run games or adventures, or just anything using the City of Lost Omens, or Absalom, I guess I should say. Yeah, I love the fact that it breaks down the different chapters or the different locations, and sort of just like it makes a large book a little bit easier to just pick up and read a small section of, and not feel overwhelmed by only like reading 10 pages in a 20-page booklet that's detailing 2 locations. Is a little bit easier to get into, at least for me, than like reading 10 pages of a 400-page book and then feeling like you didn't really get much done. So yeah, I really, really love that. The physical items that come with it are amazing. I would absolutely use those coins and the coin pouch as like a physical prop. All the maps that come with it, again, are awesome. The 4 adventures, I think, would be a lot of fun to go through, and something that I would love to run at one of these points. These coasters, again, are super awesome. I love them. I just can't bring myself to use them as coasters, because that's just the crazy collector side of me. But yeah, it's a very, very impressive product, and it's definitely got some really great value, or some really, I think it justifies its price fairly well. Again, I can't give you the US dollar price, just because when I was on the website on my laptop, like I said, it wouldn't let me change my region. So I know $444 Canadian, sounds like it's a super expensive, and it is a lot of money. Like, it's not a little bit of money to spend. But the US price would probably be closer to like the $300 mark than like the the Canadian price. So, you know, if you got to consider, you know, currency exchange and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely got a lot of great stuff for that price. And yeah, I think it's a really, really cool product. But again, I can only recommend it to like the super serious, like high-end collector. Or this is a great thing that if you're a group and you go in for like, you go in sort of things together for like your group as a whole to have, then this is a really great thing that you can sort of chip in or pitch in towards to buy it for the group. But yeah, it's a really solid product, but it is a premium product for like, again, sort of the more like, I guess, hardcore collectors. I was trying to think of a term that would seem kind of appropriate. But yes, for like the more high-end collectors, I guess is probably the one that I would go with. So yeah, it's really cool if you want to check this out, as well as the Character Chronicles for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, or if you want to see products similar to this one for some of the various 5th edition D&D adventures and books that are like setting books that have come out. Click on the link in the description below. It will be the only link that I will have in the description for this video. So I'm going to take out all my own personal stuff and make sure that the only thing that you have to worry about is clicking on the link to take you to Beadle Grimm's site. Yeah, like I said, just fantastic stuff. I was really impressed with, you know, again, just the quality of everything. Everything was very, like, the materials that they used, the paper stock, for the booklets, for the handouts, for the maps. Again, very high quality. Fantastic, like the wooden coasters, like actual wood and not like cork, or like a really cheap material. Like, again, that's really fantastic. The metal objects that you're given here, again, they've got some pretty good heft to them. And it's just, like I said, a very solid product. And this is, for me, like I said, the way that I plan on using the Absalom City of Lost Omens book going forward, because I kind of like the idea of having the multiple booklets to go through. The GM screen, I love it. I think it's fantastic, and I love the fact that it's the tall vertical screen. We just don't see too many of those in this day and age, so again, just some really, really awesome stuff. So yeah, definitely, like I said, check it out if you're interested. There's all kinds of other great products on the Beadle Grimm's website as well. And again, those Character Chronicles that I've done videos for in the past, they have those there for some of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition classes, and a whole host of some really awesome products for D&D 5th Edition. And yeah, this one, it definitely met my expectations. I'm impressed with it. Yeah, I think it's definitely something that you should look at, again, as long as it's within your means to do so. Anyway, I want to thank Beadle Grimm for sending this out to me. I really do appreciate it. You guys do fantastic work, and nothing but respect for you guys and the quality of products that you put out. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever picked up some of the premium edition products from Beadle Grimm's, be it a D&D adventure, this actual collection, Absalom City of Lost Omens, or even just some of the Character Chronicles for Pathfinder 2e? Let me know that in the comments below. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Take care.